A lot of people that think they can't live in a van like this, a Promaster or Sprinter, because of the cost. They think, well, I'll have to spend $100,000, $200,000, and you don't. But if you're willing to have not new and not perfect, you can you can buy a Class B. Maybe it's not perfect, but you can change it along the way.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today I think we're in for something special. We've got a great Ram Promaster, which we don't see a lot of the Promasters. And also Phyllis has just a wonderful story. So Phyllis, welcome to the channel.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And you've been on the road for a little bit now.
Just since July.
July, and it's February, so 6-7 months.
Right.
What prompted you to go on the road?
Well, I've always felt kind of tied down in my house. I mean, I was grateful to have a house. A lot of people don't have a house.
Yeah.
But it's just constant expense. And I've always been an outside person. I've been camping since I was in my early 20s. And I've been watching your videos, Bob, for years. And as soon as I saw this woman living in her, just this little old trailer, I thought, that's what I want to do. So ever since then, I've just been planning and waiting for my second child to graduate high school. And I sold my house and bought this a few days later.
What do you think so far?
I love almost everything about it. Of course, not everything's perfect, but I really I feel free. I really feel free.
Well, can we take a look at your van?
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Sure. This is a 2014 Dodge Promaster. It had 100,000 miles on it when I bought it. It is the short wheelbase, so 136 wheelbase. So for a Promaster, it's a little bit short, but for me, it's plenty of room.
Right, and you said you've had some problems with it, just minor?
I didn't know, well, $2,800 minor, but you know.
Yeah.
But it happens, and you just have to plan for, you know, that kind of thing to happen. So it hurt a little bit, but you know, I had the savings, so it was okay.
If you're open to talking about it, how are you supporting yourself on the road? Are you retired, Social Security?
I'm retired. I'm 58. I don't yet have my pension or Social Security. So I'm actually living on the savings from my house until I hit 62. So I've budgeted that money from my house. So I'm living on about $800 a month. No house payment, and I cook my own food. I go out to eat probably once, twice a month maybe. My only bills are my car insurance and my cell phone and my internet, really.
Well, let's take a look inside your van.
This is just, little things can make such a difference in your enjoyment of your van and functionality. But I love this little fold-out table.
I can see that.
And there's a little bit of storage here, and I can sit out here in the morning and have my coffee. By the way, I bought this van already built out. I've made a lot of changes to it. I didn't want to have to start from scratch. So this way I can make changes over time, but still have a house. For example, there used to be a shower stall right here. I ripped it out because it was just too tight in here.
Yeah.
And I made these cushions. I bought a Walmart memory foam mattress, and I cut it up and just put So I've got running water, but there's a pump that's really loud, but it's functional. And I've just got little, you know, Walmart storage bins underneath, and my little pantry box, and a couple of pots and pans, and my plates and bowls. And I've got storage up here. Hooks are so great when you live in a van. I know everyone has them, but they add so much functionality. So
this is the couch here, and that's where you lounge during the day.
Right, and there's a heater under this section. That's why it's in 3 sections. Oh,
yeah, I see.
So there's a heater here. My refrigerator is in the middle, and my bucket is over here.
Right. The essentials.
The ubiquitous bucket.
Yes. Yeah. And the heater must be a diesel heater?
Actually, it's gasoline.
Gasoline.
Right.
Okay.
So it takes gas right from, this is a gas van, so it takes gas right from the engine,
that is
from
nice.
the tank. Yeah.
That not having to carry another tank is a big deal.
And the heat is so nice and dry, you know, not like
Yeah.
propane.
Right.
It's a great heater. I like it. So of course I've got my bed up here.
Right.
And the garage underneath.
And you can get access from the front, but it's not simple.
Well, there was a wooden sort of a drawer thing that pulled out, but I took it out because it was just so heavy. It wasn't practical. So, but I'm going to end up doing something else with this wall. I haven't decided yet.
Right. And you must have solar.
I do have solar. I just have 200 watts of solar, but I have 2 lithium batteries. So I don't have a lot to run. All I have is the refrigerator and my son calls these gamer lights,
Yeah.
which I love, and charging stuff in the water pump. So I don't really need a lot of solar. I've got 2 exhaust fans.
Nice.
Which I love having 2 because you put, one in and one out and you get great circulation, especially when it's hot. It feels cooler inside the van than it does outside.
Yes, with that breeze.
Right. And the swivel seat really, it makes it feel, so I turn it around even when I'm not using it because it feels like it adds more space.
Much. I think either turn your seat or swivel seat is one of the most important things you can do for comfort.
And then if I need more counter space for cooking, and I do cook,
that's a lot of counter space.
So now I've got counter space. Also, this is a great place to eat. Sit in the in the passenger seat, and it's just so nice.
Yeah.
It's like your own little dinette right there.
Right.
One of the things about the Promasters is they're 6 feet across. So you can have your bed, if you're a short person like me, you can have your bed crossways in the back, which to me makes it feel roomier than having it this way.
Yeah.
So that's a full single bed right there. I try not to have too much stuff. I see a lot of vans where they have so much stuff it feels claustrophobic. Or in the morning they have to move everything from they got stuff stacked up and they have to stack it on the bed and then back. I didn't want that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have space than stuff.
All right, it's great. This is a really great build, and you are so fortunate.
I'm very proud of my house.
Yeah, and you made changes to make it yours.
More functional for me.
Yeah. Since you took out the shower, you knew you didn't need one. How are you taking care of that?
I just use the sink. I put a bowl in the sink. Sometimes I'll heat up some water, use a washcloth. I wash my hair in the sink too. Just tip my head over and pour water over my head. It's just not that big of a deal.
Right.
And going to the bathroom's easy too. I thought that was going to be awkward, but once you get used to it, it's just a bottle in the bucket.
So this is your garage.
Right.
And it's just underneath your bed, and you gave yourself a huge amount of room here.
It's tons of storage. In fact, it looks like it's so full, but it's just, I hate to throw this excess foam away, so it's taking up a lot of space. But it goes back the depth of a single bed.
Right.
So it's a whole lot of storage. It's plenty. You can see the solar stuff back there, kind of.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I think you taught me the gamma lid thing. So when I have my poop and I don't have a trash can or dumpster to take it to, I'll put it in here and you cannot smell it outside of that bucket. So that's my waste storage, I guess you'd say.
So that's how you keep your house feeling open and uncluttered, is you have a garage.
Yeah, I would not want to look at all this inside my house.
And we all spend, as much as you love your house, you spend a lot of time outside.
Right.
So you have to have an outside camp, and that is stuff. Very, very good. And so it's been good so far. You're glad you're doing it.
I really like it. I really like it. There are a few things I would want to change about it. And if there's something you don't like, just figure out what it is and tweak the way you're living. If you thought you wanted to be around people and organize events all the time and you tried it and you didn't work, just go try a different way. You don't have to give up this way if it's not quite working. It's so adaptable.
Right. And one thing people worry about is finding community, being lonely. Has that been an issue for you?
It has been, but more and more I'm finding ways to get around that, or to find people. Or sometimes I'll just go into town and, sit at a bar and just, just to be around people. But that's one thing about Quartzsite. It's been really great, and people are so friendly.
Yeah.
but there's always something. Join a group. I met some people from Escapees this last week. I think I might join that group, which is something I never thought I would do. I'm not really a group joiner, but it'd be a great way. Like, I'm happy being out by myself for a month, but then I want to see some other folks. So, you know, there's always a way to change it. If you feel lonely or crowded, you can change it. There's always a way.
Right.
It may be bumpy along the way, but you can get there.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing I've heard over and over again is people say that they're really surprised that they can build community.
Absolutely.
They don't have to be alone out here.
Absolutely. There are more numbers in my cell phone now than there were when I lived in a house.
Yeah, that's a common story out here too. Yeah. So if people want to follow you and see what your latest adventure is there any way for them to do that?
Oh, I'd love for you to check out my new YouTube channel. It's Phyllis Finds Freedom, and the same handle on Instagram.
So Phyllis Finds Freedom, just spelled the way it sounds.
Right.
Good.
Phyllis
Good.
Finds Freedom.
Excellent. So Phyllis, do you mind if I ask how much your van cost you?
I paid $34,000 for the van, and so it's not new. New, they're pretty expensive.
Oh yeah.
But it only had 100,000 miles on it, so that was a good deal just for the van. And it had solar and the heater, so right there, that to me that was worth that $34,000. And I wanted to go ahead and tell you about that because Facebook, which is where I found this one, you know, Craigslist, and if you're patient, you can find something. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive just because it's a Class B. It just doesn't.
And there are a lot of people in that situation. They have a house to sell, they sell it, and they have that kind of money.
So I have some money, but not house money.
Right.
Which the expensive, you can spend $200,000 on a, you know, a Sprinter that's already built, like a Travato or something already built out.
Absolutely. And then,
you don't, it doesn't have to cost that much money.
Right. You can find pretty good deals out there. Super. That is good to know. And there's a lot of people for whom that is their best path forward.
Right.
Okay. Well, Phyllis, thank you so much for sharing your home with us. It's a real inspirational story that you can sell your home and live on a very low income for a while and then get a wonderful home like this.
Be so comfortable and happy.
Yeah.
I feel healthier. I have some chronic health issues and I just feel better out here. I do. Good. And I love hearing that. That's just, that makes my heart warm. Yeah. So folks, if you want that kind of life, you can have it. Phyllis is, you know, a prime inspiration for you to follow on her path. Try it. Try it. Give it a shot. Yeah. Yep. So thanks, Phyllis. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Bob. And thank you for bringing your pal here. It's great to meet both of you. Cody is, of course, in the way. So folks, if you've got anything out of this video, if you've been inspired, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.